The crisis of missing and murdered Indigenous women is ongoing. The Bureau of Indian Affairs estimates over 4,000 unsolved cases in the U.S. They are 6.5 times more likely to be the victims of homicide than non-Indigenous women. Velda Chimoni was half Zuni and half San Carlos Apache. She was social and friendly, independent and yet close with her family. At age 34, she had a full life, was studying to go into nursing, was engaged, had a 16-year-old son, and was working as an assistant manager at a Whataburger in Phoenix, Arizona. The franchise is no longer there at that location, but at the time was located at 450 West Indian School Road. On April 23, 2001, Velda and one other female employee were working in the building. There's conflicting information whether it was one or two assailants, but according to the original newspaper article, one man entered the location at 3:30 p.m., announcing it was a robbery. He was wearing a ski mask, khaki pants, and dark shirt, and brandishing a handgun. He took Velda into the back of the store. She didn't resist, but was shot in the back. The man then grabbed the remaining employee by her hair and demanded the money from the register. By most accounts, the total was only around $200. The suspect fled, and emergency responders arrived within 16 minutes, but Velda did not survive. There were no cameras at the location in 2001. Based on testimony of the sole witness, the assailant was estimated to be around 220 pounds and between 5'6" and 6 feet. Due to the ski mask, little more could be determined. The Whataburger was typically closed during the day from 1 to 4:30 in order to do food prep for the dinner shift, so it's unclear if a door was unlocked and how the suspect entered. Initially, law enforcement focused their investigation on a former employee, a young man Velda had fired the week before due to underperforming. Velda's family suspected a man she had previously had a correspondence relationship with, a prison inmate convicted of armed burglary. Velda had torn up his letters after their breakup, and he had recently been released from custody at the time of the crime. But no arrest came regarding either of those individuals. Velda's niece, Taylor Chimoni, has spoken of visiting her aunt's resting place. In keeping with Zuni tradition, Taylor made an offering of one of her aunt's favorite snacks, sunflower seeds, and a butterfly landed nearby. The Whataburger location was in a centralized area of Phoenix. Someone out there may have seen something or heard relevant information over the years about this case. No matter how small, any tip could potentially corroborate evidence or provide new leads. Cases like this that go uncovered by the mainstream media are the ones that most need and deserve the public's attention. Velda's family has had no answers or closure, with very few updates since the loss occurred.
Hi, welcome to True Crime Psychic Eye. My name is Miriam. I am a psychic medium. Here at True Crime Psychic Eye, we take a unique look, balancing our logic and our intuition with facts that Harlow gathers to see if we can bring new light, new information to some of these cases. We dedicate out of 2 shows each month. We make sure to dedicate at least one of those shows to Indigenous folks or those that just are not getting enough attention, people of color, to make sure that all the cases are being addressed, not just the popular ones that are on Hulu or Netflix. But let's meet the crew. We have Harlow, who's the backbone of the show. She's our writer and artist who chooses the cases, produces the videos, provides all the research for the cases. As a writer, you can find her books available on Amazon at Harlow Dane. Denise is a psychic medium, life doula, and Reiki healer who helps women align with their inner wisdom to become their own maven. Myself and Denise do not follow or read up on true crime specifically so we can come in as clear as possible. But of course, there are many cases that are very high profile. So if we have read or heard about that case, we'll make sure to share it at the top of the show. But we are very excited to announce the launch of our Patreon page. We've had a really great response We're really enjoying the work we're doing over there. We encourage you guys to find us. We are doing, let me tell you, hold on. I want to make sure I get this right. We've got a lot going on that page because there's a lot of diversity to our work. So you'll notice there's going to be multiple tiers: behind the hauntings, true crime expansive. So when you join, you'll have a few options. You're going to get exclusive content, exclusive cases, live chats. Like we're going to be doing a live chat over on Patreon after tonight's case. We're going to continue the conversation. We're going to be revisiting the Malaysia Flight 370 Monday night. We've got a bunch of fun stuff over there. And if you're interested in more than just true crime, you're interested in the paranormal, we have an option there where you can get all kinds of content with that tier combined with our Behind the Hauntings. Community members will get first looks at upcoming cases. You'll get the opportunity to contribute questions, which we'll answer during these live episodes. And we just recorded the Chiron. What was Chiron's last name again?
Chiron Horman.
Chiron Horman's case. We just recorded that one. That was a tough one, but a fascinating case that we're hoping there'll be a part 2 too. So you'll also get some extra stuff, whether you like it or not. We have a tier called Weekly Soul Support, which is where Denise and I will be posting videos each week just to help energetically and emotionally support all of us as a community, because we all need that emotional and spiritual support. Spiritual meaning just across the board, all religions welcome. Who is this? Denise, don't just act like there's not a dog in your lap.
I know. This is my friend Gracie.
I mean, Gracie, that is the cutest face I've ever seen. I can't let my babies hear me say that, but that face is really, and that's coming from glasses that are broken, and I can still see that face. She's really sweet. Tonight, though, we are really grateful when families reach out to us because we love being able to help. And I'm going to speak for Harlow for just a moment. And then obviously, Harlow, you can correct me. But we all argue who has the most difficult job. And Harlow's job, I've decided, is the hardest because she's immersed in these really sad cases longer than Denise and I are, even though sometimes Denise and I will feel stuff that Harlow's like, glad I didn't feel that, right? But Harlow, if I can speak for you and say, when families reach out, it makes the work worth doing.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
So tonight we're covering a cold case requested by the family, one of the family members. This one has gone, as you saw, unsolved for 24 years with no closure for the family. 34-year-old Velda Chimoni, did I say that right?
Chimoni
was working as an assistant manager at a Phoenix, Arizona Whataburger when a masked armed man entered. She didn't resist as he took her into the back, but fatally shot her. He wore a ski mask and was never identified, so no arrests have been made. So we want to see if we can help this family out tonight. Is there anything else you want to add, Harlow, before we get started?
Sometimes when I start to research these cases, I connect in weird ways, or I have what you might term paranormal things happen, or some kind of connection. Some I don't feel anything at all. This one was a little strange because typically I will research and then write everything up from my perspective and record it for the video. This one, it may not sound much to describe, but the intensity and the relentlessness of it was really staggering. I was trying to, well, every time I do a case, if I don't know how to pronounce the names, I look it up, find either on YouTube, or I'll search different areas until I have the right pronunciation of names and all this thing. So write it down, even write it down phonetically, and it's usually no problem. Every time I went to pronounce Chimoni, it came out Chimoni, And I must have done that. I can't even begin to tell you how many times. And I got so frustrated because I knew what it was and it kept doing it. And I was like, what is wrong with you? And I heard, it's not you. I was made to understand somebody named Kai has something to do with this case, or they called her Kai or Kaimani. It's like, that's what I heard.
Meaning they knew her.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, I say, Harlow, take it from here.
I have never been that frustrated in my life. I must have done that same thing over and over and over 50 times. I'm not kidding.
Wow. Okay. So let's jump off from
you
that
guys
point.
Take it from there, because that's all I got. But it was intense.
Well,
okay.
You need to just be patient.
Is that what the card was? Was patience?
It is. It's patience. Yes. Yeah. With yourself when these things come up, and you got what you were meant to get, which was
Once I heard that, I'm like, okay, and then I was fine, and I could record it fine.
You know, quick side note, I think that lesson is, as Denise is saying, is important to reiterate for all of us in any situation in life when something like that is happening, when we listen to our intuition and we just pull yourself out of that frustration for a second so you can hear. It can be life-changing, as this was, because I wasn't feeling anything. Sometimes I feel stuff right away when I see pictures, and my mind was like, shoot, this is like, there's no leads. And then Harlow, you said that, and I was like, there's our lead. Because I agree. Now I feel, and I'm not just saying it because you said it, but as you were speaking, I could feel it. They knew her. And they were mad at her. Revenge. And whoever did this, which we will find out, but obviously is dangerous and should not be out on the streets. So I am going to, I don't want to, honestly, which is going to throw a wrench in the show, I don't think it's safe for us to describe who this person is, since they are out and violent. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So we will do that privately with the family. I will help drill down to who it is. We all will. In the meantime, we will we'll work around that, if that's a thing. I don't mean to, throw a wet towel on the show, but I just can't put all of us in any sort of danger, because this is someone who will seek you out.
Yeah, and the card that came up when you said that was the unexpected, because this is not how, we usually do things. So this is an unexpected event.
So let's see how much we can do. I feel pretty confident I can nail down who that person is. And with, Denise, I think together we'll be able to clarify who it is. I'm not going to say if it's someone that they already think it is, or who Harlow mentioned in the video.
Right.
But we will say that it is someone. I'm assuming you agree with me, Denise. Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like whoever did it is somebody that she knew. I don't know how well she knew this person. I think whoever it was thought with the ski mask, she wouldn't have figured it out. But an what I get a sense of is that she didn't say anything that she recognized him, but she recognized the eyes, and that individual realized that, and that's why he ended up shooting her.
But I feel like too, there was like he purposely went there to cause harm.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
it was a revenge. Yeah. And he tried to she was passive, as she should have been. Like, I found it, what also sort of triggered something in me was when Harlow, in the video, you said she complied, like she didn't, right? And I feel that even on a deeper level of her, she had a knack for communication, and people felt heard in her presence, and she was able to hear others, and she was able to, I think in certain situations, she could, bring the heat down, and felt like that was something, this was all in split seconds. Like, this happened super, super fast. So I'm not saying she contemplated all of that. I'm saying it was already a natural instinct in her. So when this took place, there was a sense of like, just chill, like, let it just, like, not fight, not make this worse. That's a natural instinct for her anyway. And she's good at that. So I also feel like, she was coming through you, Harlow. She was speaking to you as she's speaking to us now. She has stayed very close to the family. She's stayed, bless you,
Thank you,
very connected to everybody, and is very much at peace. She is very, very much at peace. And she is very, again, we've come across this before. She's very forgiving. And she have a son?
Yes.
Yeah, she has a son.
He was about like 16, I think, when this happened.
And she watches over him. She stays very close to him. So she is willing to, in the right situation, help us identify who it is and even locate where this person is. Let's see if we've got what we've got in the comments. And Denise, go for it if you've got cards. Hi, Kim, Megan. Hi, Joanne. Spiritual Bombshell. Hi. Anita's here. Good to see you all, hoping for some new insights in this case. I know. Let's see if we can actually share some stuff with you.
So when you were talking about that, when I pulled this card, it was growth. And I feel like it was her soul growth. And again, I know we've kind of talked about this and other things, but it was also for the soul growth of those around her that were her family.
Yeah.
To learn patience and with learning patience with the unexpected is actually what it is. It's because nobody expected this, because she was such a kind and loving person. And she obviously was very young when she had her son, because if she was 34, he was 16. So she was quite young. And so it was unexpected because she was really bettering her life. She was an assistant manager. She was going to nursing school. She was just a kind and gentle person. And she was growing in her life. And it was very hard for her family to possibly wrap their heads around of why anybody could or would do this.
Mm-hmm.
in general, but specifically to her, because she had worked, I want to say, tirelessly to get where she was at the moment, because she worked very diligently, and I feel like she was doing very well in school. She was getting good grades. And she was really living her best life at the moment.
I also feel like she trusted people more than she should have. And how that also played out was having faith in people when others didn't have faith in themselves or in someone else. And I feel like she still wouldn't have changed anything. That's what I feel like she's saying. Like, I still wouldn't have changed. No, I wouldn't have left my son, but I still wouldn't have given up believing in people.
Mm-hmm. And this card is purity. So it's that purity of heart that she had about believing in people. Unless, even people that showed them their true colors, if you will, she still believed that there was good in everyone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's look at, since we're not going to talk about the specifics of the person, let's talk about if this was premeditated, which it was. This wasn't like a something this person just thought of, just like all of a sudden just was like, I need this, or I'm feeling this, or I'm pissed. This was premeditated. This was like, I thought there was some serious thought that went into this. There was an attempt to do it at a different time. It feels like maybe the morning, there was a morning shift or a morning choice that he was going to make, and either she wasn't there or the doors were closed, locked. There was a scoping of the place out to a certain degree. This person does not live in that area anymore.
Okay.
So we're going to have to find where they've traveled to, but they're not in that specific area, where they're not where Velda's family resides. Nowhere near there. He fled that night and never returned.
Okay.
And is, in a sense, more so in hiding than not. And not hiding in plain sight. Hiding.
So the coworker was there, and it's odd that they would close to prep for dinner, but I don't remember. 2001 was a long time ago for me.
It's been a while.
What is your feeling, Miriam, about the coworker having anything to do with it? Like purposely leaving the door unlocked.
Oh, I didn't feel anything on that. Did you? I take it?
It just popped in to my brain. Like,
do we have a picture of that? Or no, that coworker? No. Like nowhere.
And I really don't recall as much in 2001 in that area of town, but it's not a great area. And I can't imagine that they would have left the doors unlocked if it wasn't open to the public, with people going in and out and in and out. Because in that neighborhood, granted, yes, it was in the middle of the day, and we all forget things. So I'm not saying for sure, but it's just
curious.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe, Harlow, when you talk to the family member, you can see if they can track down on Facebook or something a picture of that person, and just so we can do a double check.
Yeah, I didn't even come across a name when I was trying to research it. I don't know if they'll have that information. I can ask, but
Yeah.
there's not a lot out there that's available.
Yeah. And because I think at that time, because I've lived not too far from that area at one point, and there is a fair amount of how do I want to say this? You know, drug addicts and, you know, things of that nature in the neighborhood. So I can't imagine that they would leave the door unlocked without people coming in and out, because there's also a lot of office buildings. There's hospitals down there in that area, you know, so there's just a lot going on. So if they were closed, I would imagine that they would have kept the doors closed because they wouldn't want anybody coming in, trying to use the restroom, things of that nature. That's why I think it would be.
Something's off for you that door was unlocked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me look at this. You sent me a picture of the building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Okay. Did it close because of that?
I don't think so. But there wasn't much information to be had. That's the problem with this case.
Yeah. I feel so this person that did it is still alive. This person is hiding out, not in the same city that this happened in. And I feel like they are trackable. I feel like they have a past. So it's not going to be that hard once they have a lead to find them. I feel like this is something that that can be solved. I'm not saying that anyone's been negligent in the case, nothing of that nature. I think the timing is important, obviously, with everything in life. I also feel like Velda is definitely wanting family to feel a sense of calm, patience, forgiveness. She is helping out because she wants them to feel closure, not because she is seeking revenge. She has said this earlier, but she is at peace and she wants to do whatever she can to help her family be at peace.
What card?
This is the release card. And this is confirming what you're saying, Miriam. And what's really standing out here is all of this light from the heart space. And it's just releasing the anguish and coming back to love.
And the son either recently got married or is getting married, because she keeps referencing a wedding. And I think it's the son's, but she's referencing a wedding. And it doesn't feel like this wedding is associated with the case. This feels like it may be different, but when the family watches this, let's see, maybe not. Maybe there was a wedding or something involved. But definitely she's talking about a wedding, a celebration of some sorts that happened recently that she was there for. Meaning she was like, they could feel her there. She was there. It feels like, sorry, Harlow, go ahead.
It was just one person only. There was no one else with that person.
Yeah, good question. I do not feel a second person, and I feel like they made a beeline for her. Like that was the intention the whole time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge. I almost feel like in rejecting this person, I felt this could be possible. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think you're on the same path as us. I almost feel like in rejecting this person, she felt this couldn't be possible. Yeah. So, what else? Did you get another card, Denise? No.
No, I'm just I was trying to see if she would tell us what celebration it was. Because that sometimes is helpful because then then everybody kind of puts the pieces together afterwards.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you do a read for somebody and something doesn't resonate in the moment, and then all of a sudden, a couple days later, they're like, "Oh my gosh!"
For some reason, I'm thinking it's a like a current situation. Watching this for a month. You guys are an amazing team. It's 3 a.m. here, but I stayed up just to watch you, even though I have worked.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
Oh my gosh, Aurora, go to bed. You are going to be
There's
so
a replay.
tired.
We will post it. We promise.
It posts. It reposts. That is very sweet. Thank you. Now I feel like we have to keep going. I feel like we can't let Aurora down. But go ahead.
Yeah. The card that came out is the Void, and it's just that in between of where we're at right now and what we're going to figure out. So Velda is supporting that, and she is also concerned for welfare of people because she was in body, and so she is in the spirit world as well. And she doesn't want, she doesn't want to give too much away right now, but she does realize why we're here, but she doesn't want anyone else hurt, is what she's saying,
So here's what we'll do is we're going to, for those of you that follow us on Patreon, we're going to do our live show wrap up, and there it is. There's a 7-day free trial if you'd like to join us, just to check out what we do. Join us with this talk. We'll be doing that in 30 minutes at 7:00, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper there because it's a little bit more private and the video can't be shared all over the place. And then what we'll do is a part 2, and we will gather more information, do a full read, hand it off to the family, see if the family can do anything with it, want to do anything with it, and then we'll update you guys on what that looks like. So we keep everyone's identity safe from someone like this. So thank you for your patience with us. Sorry to do that. My mom watching will probably be like, you better not do this. So
we have to let Aurora go to bed.
Aurora needs to go to bed. We need to stop talking about it. A lot going on. So we'll see some of you guys in 30 minutes. For the wrap up. Monday, for those that are on Patreon, we're revisiting Malaysia. We will also have for you guys the rollout of the 2 cases coming out in February. And thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting all of you guys on YouTube. We love the support. It makes doing this really hard work worthwhile, because this is it's really hard work. And for Harlow to immerse herself in the suffering for a long periods of time is very hard. Exposing ourselves to this when we could choose fun, uplifting stuff. It makes it worthwhile when people are watching and supporting, and when families reach out. It makes the work. It reminds us that is important, and we got to keep doing the work. So thank you very much. And we will, if we don't see you on Patreon, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good night, you guys.
Bye.